Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Mastering the Game, a quintessential guide crafted to empower women and individuals of color in the predominantly white, male-driven business landscape. Published in 2018, this book illuminates the often opaque rules that govern professional environments and presents practical strategies for diverse professionals who find themselves stuck in their career progression. Authored by Sharon Jones, a seasoned lawyer and consultant with an extensive background in dealing with the complexities of workplace dynamics, she brings her wealth of experience from private law practices, the U.S. government, and her own diversity consultancy. Alongside her is Sudheer Poluru, an MBA candidate at the University of Chicago, Booth School of Business, and an inclusion expert at Jones Diversity, further enhancing the book's insights with his academic perspective and professional involvement in diversity initiatives. Mastering the Game is a must-read for those who have felt marginalized within their professional settings, social activists striving for equity and inclusivity, and allies aiming to deepen their understanding and empathy in the fight for a just and fair workplace. Join us as we explore the tactics and mindsets necessary to navigate, disrupt, and ultimately transform the corporate playing field. Mastering the Game: Strategies for Career Success. Introduction. Level the playing field. Understanding the unwritten business rules for women and minorities. Imagine stepping onto a field to play a game only to find the rule book has been hidden. This metaphor isn't far from the truth for countless women and people of color striving for success in the business arena. A sobering look at the Fortune 500 companies as of 2017 discloses a grim reality, a stark underrepresentation of these diverse groups in positions of power. Women represented a mere 6.4% of leaders, with even lower figures for people of Asian descent and black men, highlighting a systemic challenge anchored in biases, insular networking, and persistent stereotypes. Yet beyond these visible barriers lies a subtler form of exclusion, the existence of unspoken rules, crafted and perpetuated within the white male-dominated echelons of the corporate world. These guidelines for success have been discreetly shared amongst generations of like-minded professionals, leaving others without the key understanding or access to level the corporate playing field. But hope is not lost. As we delve into the insights from Sharon Jones, a seasoned lawyer and diversity advocate, we uncover her valuable experiences decoding these rules. Mastering the Game is not just a revelation of the challenges. It's a strategic guide filled with wisdom for marginalized professionals eager to navigate and triumph in the corporate gauntlet. Through this narrative, you'll explore the stark representation disparities that persist in the business sector. You'll understand the indispensable role of community, building it, nurturing it, and contributing to it in orchestrating career advances. And importantly, you'll grasp when it's pivotal to rise above discrimination and when it's essential to shine a light on it and advocate for change. So, let's take this journey together, learning the untaught and mastering the elusive, to transform the corporate game into one where diversity is not just included, but empowered to succeed. Part 1. Chart your own course. Defining success with intent and strategy. Have you ever found yourself adrift in the sea of your career, paddling aimlessly through day-to-day tasks and wondering if the shore of success is even within sight? It's time to anchor down and take charge, because success isn't a passive journey. It's a deliberate one. The key? Intentionality. It's not about the uncontrollable elements, but about strategically directing the sails to catch every opportunity's wind. The first step in crafting an intentional career is defining what success personally means to you, a task that is less straightforward than it may seem. Success isn't a one-size-fits-all suit. It's tailored to your measurements of happiness and sense of purpose. For Sharon Jones, The allure of becoming general counsel seemed tempting until she realized her definition of success wasn't a prestigious title but rather fulfilling work that sparked joy, not just to her but within her. It's natural for your definition of success to evolve over time, reflecting the changing landscapes of life, relationships, and priorities. But this evolution shouldn't cloud the fact that happiness and success are closely linked, not as a result and consequence, but dynamically intertwined. Harvard's positive psychologists underscore that happiness can amplify your brain's productivity by 31%, suggesting that sometimes happiness doesn't just follow success, it fosters it. Once you've etched your definition of success in your mind, the next stride involves goal setting. Picture where you envision yourself in the distant future, 5, 10, or 20 years ahead. And then, like a chess grandmaster, think backward, plotting the strategic moves to reach your checkmate. Here's where George Doran's time-tested SMART goal-setting framework comes into play. Goals need to be specific, with clarity, meaningful to keep you fueled, achievable to set realistic benchmarks, relevant, ensuring alignment with your broader vision, and time-bound, anchored with deadlines. Continuously assess and realign these goals, navigating through life's mazes with a purpose-driven compass. To keep your goals from slipping through the tides of daily life, write them down, giving them the weight of reality. Go a step further and share these aspirations with a confidant who can rally you towards those milestones. While embracing intentionality sets your career's foundational stone, the chessboard of professional life demands more. Up next, we'll explore how to anticipate the moves of the game, staying ahead and poised in any professional milieu. Part 2. Navigate rough seas with offensive strategy. Overcome stereotypes and take the helm in your career. Success is neither a bed of roses nor a straight highway. It's especially bumpy and convoluted for diverse professionals who have no mapped route beckoning them forward. To conquer these uncharted territories, one needs more than skills and determination. One needs mental fortitude to face the systemic hurdles that gender and racial stereotypes present. These biases, unfortunately embedded in the professional landscape, often become self-fulfilling prophecies, undermining both performance and progress. The author, having been on the receiving end of such stereotypes throughout her career, advocates a counter-strategy, shrug them off and proceed ahead. Reacting defensively, taking insults to heart, traps you in a cycle of negativity, when the need of the hour is to remain laser-focused on proactive maneuvers toward your career objectives. This calls for an offensive approach. Instead of shielding, prepare to advance. Embrace risk with a shield of self-assuredness and assertiveness. Despite the societal conditioning that may have silenced their voices, women and people of color must find the courage to channel their inner white male, tapping into the dominant narrative's confidence to assert their worth. Just like the black woman who boldly negotiated for the salary she deserved. A formidable offense isn't brash or overbearing, it's tactical. It weaves others' insights into its game plan through feedback, not just accepting it passively but actively engaging with it, asking incisive questions, pulling examples, and integrating useful critiques into your action plan. The wisdom of knowing when to retreat is as important as advancing. Not every battleground promises victory. Be aware of your company's temperature, approaching mergers, scandals, and shifts in trajectory. Always keep one hand on the rudder, maintaining connections with recruiters, and staying anchored in your network of mentors and colleagues. This ensures that should the wind change direction, you're ready to set sail to more promising horizons, where your talents find the shores of appreciation and success their due. Part 3. Exceed expectations by mastering the metrics of success. Imagine trying to hit a bullseye with no target in sight. That's what trying to succeed in your job can feel like if you're not crystal clear on the metrics by which your performance is gauged. You could be acing what you think matters, only to find out your employer's priorities are different. Success in any role isn't just about hard work. It's about smart, directed effort that aligns with your organization's goals. The author learned this lesson when transitioning from a law firm to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Her personal ambition was to shine as a trial lawyer, but her first performance review was a wake-up call. The government valued case resolution efficiency over trials. Once she dialed into these metrics, her performance improved significantly. To avoid similar surprises, you need to decode your company's underlying priorities quickly. Start by examining the performance review form to understand what assessments lie ahead. Chat with seasoned colleagues who can share their insights on how success is measured within the company. And, when it's your turn to get reviewed, seek help from a trusted coworker to unpack the feedback. But here's the kicker. Understanding expectations is just table stakes. The real game begins when you roll up your sleeves to exceed these expectations. Especially for diverse professionals who often face the additional hurdle of unconscious bias. Impeccable and punctual performance is a way to dismantle negative prejudices. Unconscious biases are like invisible tripwires, ready to snap shut when a stereotype is seemingly confirmed. Diverse individuals are often unfairly scrutinized and must therefore double down on delivering flawless and timely results. Errors or delays play right into the hands of bias, but a meticulous, diligent approach can safeguard against this. Finalize each task with the rigor of an artist giving the last stroke to a masterpiece. Understand your assignments down to the fine print. Proofread your work aloud to trap any linguistic trips, and check your work with the vigilance of a sentry. Let your work become the undeniable evidence of your talent and dedication. The mantra is simple yet potent. Over-deliver on the measurable aspects of your role. A job done excellently, after all, defies and transcends bias, establishing a concrete track record that speaks louder than stereotypes ever could. Part 4. Cultivating a powerful network, transcending the mundane and reaping career rewards. Networking might conjure images of stiff handshakes and rehearsed elevator pitches, leaving many to view the practice as a necessary evil at best. Yet, it's the art of weaving a safety net that can catch you during a fall and a trampoline that can catapult you to the zenith of your career. Let's debunk a myth. Networking isn't about accumulating a pile of business cards or boasting a LinkedIn contacts list longer than a CVS receipt. A survey from the 70s revealed that over half the respondents accessed job opportunities through personal connections. Now, consider expanding your circle of acquaintances. Your job prospects could skyrocket. For individuals often sidelined in corporate culture, women, people of color, a robust network is like the Hogwarts room of requirement, providing solace against isolation, an antidote to burnout, and fostering job satisfaction that breeds success. The process of networking is intuitive. First, aim for quality over quantity. Seek out genuine connections over superficial interactions. Follow up and nurture these relationships. Send a thoughtful note the next day, then mark your calendar for a check-in a month later. Second, remember that each person has a potential hidden ace. The intern today could be the industry leader of tomorrow. An executive assistant might just have the key to unlock an executive's calendar for you. Treat everyone with respect and kindness, because value comes from unexpected corners. And let's talk about mentorship and sponsorship, the guardian angels for those navigating unfamiliar territories in the business world. A mentor is your guide, sharing wisdom and offering counsel. A sponsor goes a step further, advocating for you, leveraging their clout to elevate your profile. How do you reciprocate their investment? By producing exceptional work that not only enhances your reputation, but also bolsters your sponsor's standing. Reciprocity shouldn't end with mentors and sponsors. If you ask for a favor, always counterbalance with an offer of value, an introduction, a collaborative project, or simply a token of appreciation. Like an ecosystem, a network thrives on give and take. Crafting a network is an art form, not a hasty sketch, but a masterpiece that requires patience, authenticity, and a spirit of mutual benefit. And it's through this mosaic of relationships that one's career can flourish with opportunities and advancement. Part 5. Shaping Your Narrative, the fine art of crafting your personal brand. Gone are the days when a cookie-cutter mold existed for professional success. Today, personal branding is a creative, intricate dance, a mix of standing out while fitting in, of showcasing individuality without eclipsing the company culture. For those who don't fit the traditional white male archetype, this means navigating extra scrutiny with grace and strategy. Your personal brand is a silent yet eloquent spokesperson that speaks volumes before you even utter a word. It's about meticulously curating your image to command the right attention. Take a cue from those at echelons above you. Their attire isn't just fashion, it's a form of language. When in doubt, tilt towards the formal end of the spectrum. After all, you'd rather be recognized for your acumen than remembered for a sartorial misstep. However, branding isn't solely about looking impeccable in a suit. It's equally about touting your triumphs. No one is a natural herald of your success. So when you notch up a win, take a stroll through the office corridors and share the tale. Let your achievement ripple through the organization, amplifying your profile. Branding, though, is a double-edged sword. When you sense a storm brewing, it's time to spin the yarn proactively. This isn't about skirting responsibility, but rather about shaping the narrative with the facts that depict a fuller picture, essentially cushioning any potential fallout. Enter strategic self-promotion, a staple in the branding toolkit. Conduct a SWOT analysis on your career. Spotlight your strengths and exploit opportunities. Let's say your aim is to be known as a legal eagle. Then make every win in the courtroom a highlight in office chatter. This isn't boasting, it's strategically reinforcing your professional identity, a tactic as old as commerce itself. Remember, a compelling brand isn't shackled to the office space. Engaging with a community cause, becoming a power player with clout and purpose, can have lucrative echoes in your career landscape. Align yourself with a cause that resonates with you and intersects with your industry, increasing your visibility in both arenas. But amid this juggling act of professional ambition and commitments, remember to keep the balls in the air. Up next, we'll steer towards finding equilibrium, ensuring your commitments amplify rather than encumber your career trajectory. Part 6. Avoiding burnout. The key to sustainable success is in the power of pause. The pursuit of success often resembles an endless marathon, with individuals racing towards their goals, relentlessly pushing their limits. But like any high-intensity race, the risk of burnout lurks menacingly, threatening to derail progress with exhaustion and health issues. It's not only detrimental to productivity, but as studies indicate, like the one published in Ergonomics, it can also cause serious harm to your health. The author's own journey serves as a cautionary tale of overcommitment, leading to alarming health concerns due to depleted cortisol levels. Today, the author embraces a different credo: work hard, but recover harder. She ensures her calendar has vacations plotted out, with the next one planned immediately upon returning from the last. This offers a dual benefit: a momentous event to aspire towards, and ample notice for her teams to prepare for her absence. But recovery isn't just about vacations set in distant, sun-soaked locales. It's also about daily recesses from the grind, integrating micro-pauses to recalibrate. A simple lap around the office every hour can reinvigorate your body, sparing it from the toll of continuous hours hunched over a desk, while also creating serendipitous opportunities for casual encounters with colleagues. Weekends and holidays, too, should be sanctuaries of rest. Don't subscribe to the myth that unused vacation days showcase unwavering dedication. Contrary to this archaic belief, research suggests that fully using your allotted leave is correlated with higher chances of promotion and salary bumps. Visualize vacations not as a professional risk, but as an investment in your long-term well-being and capacity to perform. For a change in scenery, remote work can be refreshing, but exercise it sparingly, lest you become less visible and potentially less relevant in your workplace community. Lastly, embrace the habits of a world-class athlete: a nutritious diet, regular exercise, and the keystone of recovery: ample sleep. Never underestimate the regenerative power of a good night's rest. With sleep deprivation costing the average American worker 11 days in productivity annually, it's apparent that a fully rested mind is critical for peak performance. In essence, your greatest asset is you. Take care of it with mindful breaks and self-care practices. The world, and your career, will benefit from a rejuvenated, vibrant you. Part 7. From Success to Significance: The Impact of Giving Back in the Corporate World. Climbing the corporate ladder endows you with more than just a title. It grants you the power to catalyze change. While the journey to the top can feel like a solitary climb, true progress is made by extending a hand to others striving for the same peak. For professionals who've trodden the path less paved, paying it forward isn't just a token of gratitude, but a strategic move towards a fairer workplace for all. Reciprocation doesn't always require grand gestures. If you're not yet in a position to reward your mentor's sage advice with tangible gifts, spread the wisdom through your burgeoning network, amplify their impact, and when it's your turn to guide, encourage your mentees to pay the kindness forward, creating a cascade of goodwill. Inside the walls of your organization, act as a beacon to ensure diversity isn't just a corporate buzzword, but a practice. Job pools often reflect a homogeneous subset, but your influence can recast the net, drawing in a myriad of talents previously overlooked. Mentor candidates, share the navigational charts of office politics, and don't hesitate to vouch for those you trust. Your network is a powerful tool for both your advancement and that of your protégés. But perhaps one of the most telling uses of influence is in setting the moral compass of your workplace. Assert your stance against discrimination. An influential voice speaking out not only remedies singular instances, but can shift the cultural milieu, setting a tone that promotes equality. Moreover, engage with your company's philanthropic efforts, channeling corporate resources toward causes that resonate with personal convictions. Not only does this leverage your influence for the greater good, but it intertwines your professional presence with community impact. The cornerstone of this ethos is recognizing that power doesn't dawn with a corner office. It's inherent in our being from the moment we step into our professional roles. Every interaction, every day, is an opportunity to wield that power for the collective betterment. Thus, don't postpone contemplating your legacy until you've reached a perceived pinnacle. From day one, recognize the gravity of your existence in the workforce. Each of us holds the potential to assert respectful authority, leading the charge for improvements both in our immediate spheres and the wider corporate ecosystem. Final summary. The final wisdom distilled from Mastering the Game offers a rallying cry for those navigating the intricate web of the professional world from a vantage point of diversity. The journey to the zenith of one's career is steeper and fraught with more obstacles for minorities, yet it is far from insurmountable. Knowledge is the beacon that lights the way, and understanding the unspoken rules that govern the corporate arena is the linchpin for progress. Success emerges from the synergy of diligence, strategic mindset, and a steadfast commitment to growth. It is a product that blossoms from the seeds of resilience, hard work, and a deep cognizance of the game's nuances. But the pinnacle isn't just a destination, it's a plateau from which to extend a hand downwards. Utilize your newfound influence not solely for personal gain, but as a lever for broader systemic change. Help carve out paths for the next wave of talent, share your insights, and push against the boundaries of inequity. Success, after all, isn't measured by the heights one reaches, but the ascent we enable for others. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.